Hello there, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Tomb Raider 3. It's Jeremy Croft Gaming here. This is part 34 of my Let's Play. This is level 17 of 19. Of course there's a bonus level as well, but the reason I say rather than 19 is because it's only required for me to play 19 of the levels to do the Let's Play. And you will see the credits roll before you see the bonus level, so which is quite cool. But there's a bonus level that you play after the game is finished. It's like very good. If you want fun, new game plots, you get unlimited ammunition. Yeah. Of course, I only know this because I had to redo the first part of one of the levels. And it was new game plus, and then I didn't realise you get limited ammunition, but you do get limited health supplies. It kind of defeats the objective, doesn't it? Well, it still makes the use that still. It's barely any easier with unlimited ammunition as well. It's still a really tough level. I'm not a bit gosh. Even the bit before you actually get to the kayak, which is the bit I had to redo, it was surprisingly difficult. And oh, yeah, I'm sure you've already seen me do this. Oh god. Now this, oh my god, not quite ready to shit my pants. Right, this is really this is the most difficult of the tracks to come back on. It's really a pain in the arse. I died several times. I thought it was a bug because it sped up like unbelievably quick. I just could not slow it down, and I kept dying the same way. It wasn't very pleasant, let's put it that way, but it is. This is the most. Oh my god. Just died to that and she's like. Oh, it's just taking a right beat in the end. Oh dear. Just nearly died. No matter, she'll be dead soon. I'm sure I've pretty much never seen anyone do that before. Oh god, she's doing it. We'll do it again. So I thought, just to copy Tomb Raider 3, like, he's a little bit dodgy because it came in a broken case and everything. The game itself has worked fine so far, you know. Well, fine enough for this Let's Play. I don't want to tell you the amount of time I spent dying. I've cut a lot of it out. Because, oh my god. Honestly, I spent about 25 minutes dying, just dying on that part. Making no progress whatsoever, which is nice. And yeah, I really do like the design of this level. It's really cool. A lot of thought went into it. A lot of creativity. Right. Now, when you use the crowbar on that door, it disappears. Now, you don't need to use it again, so I guess that's the reason it disappears, but I didn't expect it to disappear. Because in Antarctica, when you've used it both times, you can pick it up again and you still have it. But then it disappears from the inventory and then you have to get it. You have to get another crowbar in this level, but you only need the crowbar for one door in this level, that's it. And as soon as you use it, it disappears in this level. I just thought it was interesting to know you're going to need this this doodad here. And that's literally all that's in there. I was quite shocked, really. But yeah, the lead acid battery is a very important part of what you need. It's part of what you need, it's not all of it, unfortunately. So, still quite a bit to go. Oh. Yeah, it looks fairly nice, even on my capture card, and even on. There's still one of those things mulling about bottom. Well, I believe what did we start on the top one? It's top, bottom, middle, I believe is the correct order to them. So I need to go down to the bottom and go on that car. We'll be doing that soon. I don't know what I'm doing here. But yes, the favouriteest, the best outfit is the Antarctica one, in my opinion. Partially because, yes, it looks like an ordinary top underneath the jacket, so maybe she's got the shorts underneath the combat suit. I wouldn't have thought so. Oops. No, brilliant. So that's an adaptive battery. I have a few looks at it. You need another item to combine that with to get. Alright, yeah. Yeah, you need that, and you need a winch starter. Which, you said there's no more crawlers. It's a crowbar-like thing. But there's not many doors. It goes into the winch. Is it the middle bit you go in next? I seem to be going back up. What am I doing? I've just gone back to the bottom to kill that guy. I mean, that thing. Alright. I'm getting confused. I am confused. I'm very confused now. It doesn't take much, frankly. Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, I knew it would appear. I'm just being an idiot, you know. There's another one of those things. Of course, the grenade gun and the rocket launcher is very efficient at taking those things down. But yes. Yeah, you see, you've got a green top and down. Well, that switch opens a door. There's a map of Antarctica, and when you can barely see what's on it, it's just nice to have these things in. You don't really make use of it. It's just a bit of flavouring, a bit of a background. It doesn't mean anything, it's progress you. And I like how you notice the tracks actually moving, which was very impressive back in the day. Now, of course, demand this sort of thing standard, but back in the day it was exceptional to have such things. So I do look out the window, and that is of course a waste of time. I could have just cut that bit out, but no. Since I was only doing it for a few seconds rather than a few minutes, there's nothing really to gain from making it cut there. You can see the RX Tech sign there. RX Tech Mines. But I didn't really know what RX Tech stands for. Although it will be some title, it will say something. No, it probably wasn't. And these mines are very extensive and very well dug out. I believe that the only reason. Actually, I think that button opens a secret door. Actually, I think I've got it mixed up. Yes, I think setting up here is just for a secret. I could be wrong. Ooh. I've got a bad stomach, I've got a bad throat, so I think I'm down with cold, but I'm not feeling quite right. Taking food doesn't exactly help as a matter of God, but I've run out of ordinary food, so I have no choice to get a takeaway, or I could have just fasted for the night. You know, that's what people used to do, don't they? They used to fast for days on end. They still do in India. The Hindu tradition. But what am I doing here? Lara isn't a spider fox. I think I have to do a backflip, don't I not? To get into the secret area. I didn't monitor this very closely while I was editing. But yeah, you can get two of the secrets in relative quick succession. The final secret, though, is in the final part of the level, which is right near the end of it. It's a bit harder to get as well. Yeah, that was a secret, great. Of course, one of the final secrets of the game, I believe that is. God, I sound like an idiot. Never mind, I always do. Yes. So, yeah, RX Tech Mines is a challenge, but it's definitely doable. And not quite as much of a nightmare as might be Gorge. But evidently, it's a longer level than Mother Gorge, so you've got to make note of that. Plus, some might take longer to do Mother Gorge than this. I don't know, some might be better at this than I am, and some might be worse. I haven't shaved either. Why I've topped out, I don't know. Just to check out, I've got 11 minutes in. What time is it generally? You wouldn't be making too much noise. Yeah. Yeah, this will be comfortably done by 11. That's when you have to quieten down. You have to quieten down before 11, but you know, you can't drift. And, not that you're not allowed to talk. But perhaps while we're doing this, but oh, there's a safe crystal. Definitely need that. So we've got the noise for the secret, technically that's the secret, we don't have to pick up the items if we don't want them. But you probably will want the items as well, in all honesty. With speedrunners, obviously, don't give a shit about items. Speedrunning and getting secrets, you just need to activate the noise and then go back and skip out half the second level. Oh my god. I've just been drinking cola all day. I'm gonna feel like shit if I've just been eating and drinking shit. So you are what you eat, and you are what you drink. Yeah. Oh my god. Right. So yes, all that was for the secret, which is I believe, was it the first secret of the level? Have I already got a secret? Oh bollocks. Actually, I can't remember. Yeah. But I do know that I get all the secrets anyway, so that's good. And am I at the bottom level? Yes. It goes top, bottom, middle. Because that's the order you're supposed to. You can, however, do them in any way you want. But that means, for example, in the final cart, you don't have the items, so you have to go back there. Of course, first-time players will, of course, probably do them several 100 times when they want to do, but it's just the way of it. That said, this is like a blind playthrough of this level, so I don't think I've ever properly done this level for myself. So I think, yeah, this year was the first year I probably tackled the RX Tech things and managed to do them in quite a respectful manner, yes. There's another sapient crystal. They're very pretty. Where they just bounce up and down as well. And then you touch them and disappear into your inventory. And I guess most people are better at saving the same game crystals than I am. So there you go. So yep. Is there something in the water? I don't think there is this time. Oh God, what have I done? I want water, haven't I? So yeah, you'll freeze to death. It's no big deal. I'll just die. You know, no one cares. Right, I've done it now. I want actually not to lose any health. And the freeze meter is quite cool because it really does put the colour. It's like your health bar, it's like your oxygen meter. It runs to the same extent, except it's a completely different colour. Just cut a bit out there. I was dying there for a bit too long. Also, I was standing there for a bit too long as well. I think it's blindingly obvious where the cuts are. Because that'll just cut. It'll just sort of slowly move forward from scene to scene. But never mind. It's as well as edited as it can be. It's professionally done as it can be on Windows 1, for God's sake. I was going to spend too long on the cuts as long as I cut out the things that you don't need to see me doing. If it's a video game, you don't need to see me just standing there or just doing nothing for ages and ages, obviously. So, like, you're going to need your weapon out here. It's frozen, which is gigantor thing there. So as you slowly progress, you'll find the mutants get worse, they get bigger and more powerful. Of course, that means they're harder to kill each time. Until, of course, you reach the ultimate mutant, which is Dr. Willard himself. Turns into a giant spider with a human head, of course, with his head, which is a giant spider. Now, of course, I know that there is. You have a data card, as a code to turn Lara into a giant spider as well. No, seriously, there is, and it works, but those things can damage your PlayStation. Oh, there actually is one, to be honest. Although I read that they can damage your console, I was like, that kind of put me off using them, you know. Just to see so that you damage the whole thing. I'm good at damaging things anyway, I don't need any assistance in that regard, but yeah. I do love the sound effects in the Death. I'm just feeling a bit uninspired, I guess, when I'm doing this. Uninspired. Uninspired would be a word. And, well, I'm gonna put some music on in the background actually. Hold on. That shouldn't affect you guys. But, I'm going to put some jolly good tunes on. Oh, yeah, what is the matter with me, do you think? Why do I always play Tomb Raider? Yeah, I don't always play Tomb Raider 3. I'm barely familiar with it enough to finish on it. So you don't. Oh, it's going really slow, man. Of course it is. It's a. Of course I've got the McLaren F1 Facebook page and they're celebrating 25 years since the McLaren F1 took its overall victory at Le Mans in 1995. And that particular car never raced again. It's in the technology centre. Why that was a big deal. well, to be fair, it had a fairly decent shot of a decent result to win overall against the purpose-built cars. The weather also helped it, and some of the much quicker cars, the prototypes, that didn't finish, so that bumped up the overall. But the point is, that it was still a major achievement because it's still beat out purpose-built machinery by a convincing margin as well, and great achievement. I hope this doesn't come on the recording, so I don't look like an idiot if it does. Oh yeah, that's more like it. You'll have to put music on the background because I live in a very noisy street. Well, occasionally I do, occasionally I don't bother, but it just depends. Of course, when I put music on the background, I can turn the volume right down because I've noticed that if it's a certain volume, you'll hear somewhere on the record. I don't want to get any copyright claims. It doesn't matter if I do, because these videos are not monetized, they don't get enough views to make money even if they were. So all that happens when you get a copyright claim, copyright music, is you have to display adverts on your video so that which means the tune can earn money from your video that you can't earn money from. Even though you don't get enough views for that to even possible, so yeah, there you go. Right, so I got a cup of tea. Let's see, this is nice Coca-Cola. You know the funny thing about Coke is the old glass with ice cubes is nice, but when you drink it all the time, plague. Plague. Did I just say plague? Oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, it's not very nice stuff. It's based on vegetable oil that's jacked up with sugar, and it used to have cocaine in it back in the day. It might still do. The problem is, however, that it doesn't clean money. I've tried that, it doesn't work. So it might used to have back in the day. I don't know. Yes. I'm not sure that the music has helped me actually with the commentary. It gives something to go off on, so I've got something to commentate, bounce off of. Fantastic. Nice view of Lara's rear end as she actually crawls into the next location. And the other thing with getting back to what I was saying about the hero generator thing is, yes, you can design characters and so on, but you can only really have them from front on. You can't have them from the rear. You can sort of have them from the side, but you have to use the custom builds for that. Which, it's not really a fully 3D program, it's just more creating colours and stuff. But it is useful to, if you're trying to build an idea, if you have an idea what something should look like, but you can't quite draw it out, using the generator can help you build that idea in a sort of way that looks semi-professional, and then you can kind of go off on from that and help it to improve your own stuff, which I have done sort of in the past. But yeah, I thought it was about time. Well, I got the inspiration because I'd remembered that sort of homage to the outfit, but I hadn't really done a Lara Croft in it, so I thought, why not? And I've left this footage of me spinning the menu. I just thought it'd be funny to do like a Peter Griffin, the menu spins around. Oh, things like that. I have got, oh, that, yeah. That must have been a second secret. God, I'm an idiot. Yeah, and the final secret is right at the end of the level. We're getting there. We're about halfway through this video. And, oh, my stomach is growling. This cannot be good. This cannot be good. Oh, God. Real motherfucking Jesus. Oh, dude. Well, I really recommend listening to Real Motherfucking Cheese. It's, you're into your rap and your diss records. It's one of the better ones. I'm not sure how suitable it is for Tomb Raider 3. Oh. It's not to suit the Tomb Raider, it's just to drown the other noise out. It's purely and something. I might have given people the impression that I'm obsessed with it. It's a good track. Oh. Well, it's about Dr. Dre. They take him apart quite intimately. It's quite funny. And of course, as well as this former bandmate, Eazy-E sings it. And, of course, he's been dead now for 25 years. He died in March 1995 of AIDS. Originally thought it was asthma, it was full-blown AIDS. And still to this day there is conspiracy theories as to whether he was murdered or not. But guess we'll never know. So some people still think Tupac's alive. No, he isn't. He was definitely shot. That's my thing. He might be. But if you've got to claim that Tupac's still alive and fake his own death, you might as well claim that Biggie's still alive. But of course he was shot here like 6 months later, so yes. So yes, being a gangster rap can mean an early death for you. You might die early anyway. Because a lot of people do die young in the entertainment industry. Some of them commit suicide though. It's like, then you think, if you have all that money and all that success, why wouldn't you be happy? But I guess life doesn't work like that. So no, what? It's top last. It's top last, guys. They're calling it this. I've got the order of the things wrong. Oh, never mind. I don't care. Let's proceed. And the thing about this track, of these tracks, is that the moving part, it runs out, and then you've just got the traditional, like, track, and then it comes back on again. Not sure whether that was intended or not. Right, this is the final area. so to speak. So how many minutes have we got left? 17. Well, that's quite shocking actually. I thought it would have been closer than that. Never mind. It's because there's a huge pool of water there. I guess you could say that it's like part of the Arctic Ocean, or the Antarctic Ocean rather. Because the Arctic is like the other side of the world. This is part of the ocean, I believe, because it's really deep, and it's really hard to keep your meter and oxygen level in order because it's really deep. It's really hard to do. So you put the battery in that part, and you need a winch starter, and this lowers down the submarine-esque device, and you really do need that. So you need to swim into it to save you from dying. So you go really deep here. Oh my god. Like, how loud do you want your car to sound exactly? Or it could be a Lamborghini, but I don't think it is. Half the time when you hear a really loud car, it's just like someone with loud exhausts putting it on a really cheap hatchback. But you wouldn't catch me doing that if I learned how to drive. I wouldn't even bother, you know. I wouldn't bother modifying an ordinary car at all. Not save that thing type thing with Cruncher as well, won't they? Or associated games, yeah. It's not really a game, it's a simulator, but it's fully realistic, but the later games they get more realistic as time goes on, even though some of the vehicles in it don't exist in real life and probably never will. Like the Red Bull X1 thing, for instance, the batshit insane Formula 1 car that was the car Adrian knew you'd say if there were no regulations. So of course it's top speed 290 miles an hour, and the corner speed's unreal. But it's 20 seconds per lap quicker than the contemporary car. So yeah. But it still is. Because it came out in 2010, of course, but Gran Turismo 5. But then, of course, in 2020, it's still 20 seconds a lot quicker than the contemporary car. And in fact, because the cars were very slow in 2010, it was more like 25 seconds a lot quicker than the contemporary car. And of course, if it's that much quicker, the problem would be the G-forces that generate humans could barely cope with that. So there's a reason why things like that don't exist. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just like killing it all the time. Let's get out of it. But yeah, I really do like the cold meter. It's really cool. It's really cool. But it takes ages and ages and ages and ages to fill it back up. That's the only thing. The slowest meter to fill. And I died, so I've put these artifacts back in here. Well, they're not artifacts, they're items in this case. But yeah, because as I usually collects which are items that you need, and there are items that you collect which are artifacts, actual ones. Is distinct. Difference on what ones here. I slot back into the water there. Sign over to pension, trying to play 2 to 3. It's really embarrassing, actually. I could have cut this bit out since I already started the winch. And then I died. It's like I haven't done it. But never mind. Occasionally I do cut stuff like that out, if I can remember to do it, but I thought against it on this occasion. So this is just a bad job of doing it the first time. So, and you can save the game this time, yeah. The reason I kept not saving it, I was trying to convert. I was trying to save my save crystals. I was trying not to use them all, you know. So. Yeah, we've actually got to the thing that the winch brought down, the sub thing. So it's not really a sub, it's like an extra air pocket for Lara to get in. There's nothing in it. There's just pickups in it. I struggle to fathom why there would be many packs in that. But there it is. I'm not going to question it. It's not a secret, it's the way it's supposed to go, so you don't gain that much from it. But you gain extra oxygen. Well, this oxygen is not the thing you'll have a problem with. It's going to be the cold meat. And as you can see, I'm desperately short of health. I think most people will be desperately short of health and struggling to finish this, but it's really hard, to be fair. Because I've got more money packs than I should have, it's not as much of a struggle for me as it perhaps should have been, but never mind. You know what I'm saying? I would still have enough to do it, I guess. Otherwise, I don't know how much more I would have. Probably about 10 or 11, and that would be easily enough. So, it's just when you push the G, like loads of many times, so it's not a problem. Cheating with the save crystal is, of course. I probably should have played the PC version with unlimited saves with PlayStation 1 as its own channel. Back then, I think I was using a PlayStation 1 to play it because I didn't have a PS2 to hand. I've got a PS2 to hand now. I had to replay the level the other day. I play it on the PS2 indeed. So the PS1 is in storage. It's dismantled. It's like a place in America where they've got lots of fighters and bombers that are not in use at the moment, but if they needed them, they could be called back into service anytime. So think of it like that. Yeah, that's the end of the level. All you have to do is open the door and go through it. But if I do that, I must the final secret. And when you do it, for some reason, it activates an alarm. But that alarm doesn't activate any enemies since you've got no real enemies in this level. So I'm not sure why that is. Maybe originally there was supposed to be enemies, at least in the next area. It's Lost City of Tinos. She does have enemies there. they're not human. So it's just to panic you for no reason. And there's Easter Island heads here. I love that level of detail. And yeah. Oh, I feel better than I did probably because I've got tea instead of Coca-Cola. It's not like I'm suddenly like a superior kind of being or whatever, transcendent or an alien or something. Yeah, tea tastes good for you. It depends on the cup. It depends how much milk's in it. It depends how much sugar's in it. It depends whether there's more sugar in it. It depends whether there's actually caffeine in the tea, because I don't think there is caffeine in my tea. Oh dear. A little bit too long there. Ah, I've killed it. Oh, right, well, at least I could have. I hadn't saved anything, so I had to do the winch thing again. So I was able to cut a lot of unnecessary stuff out. Like, because I've already made the cross. You don't want to see me doing that over and over again. It takes long enough to do you when you do, so I just got disc records on all the time. Yes. Oh, I managed not to die. And that is the final secret of the level. And that means that there's only 3 secrets left in the game in the next level, Lost City of Tinos, which really is like a lost city. Well, I'll leave you to discover what the level's like when we come up to it. There's a lot of editing there. Lost City of Tinos, I found it more challenging than Architect ones, which I was quite surprised by, because there's no vehicle to get used to in this Lost City of Tinos. There's just it's puzzle based, but the puzzles are quite hard. Some of them are tricky to get past, and it's quite the challenge. And it's a large level as well. I'm not sure it's as large as it looked, because I've spent like 5 hours, believe it or not, on that level. I don't think it took me 5 hours to do, put it that way. That was because I got stuck for several hours in one area. But that's not progress, so that's not really. I'm not going to have like 10 videos for one levels. But that would be the case if I left all 5 hours in 10, 15 minutes. I'm not really down for that sort of thing, really. Do you know what I mean? So. Ooh. What made it this time? Fantastic. This must be right near the end of it. I've got 3 minutes. Sure. It isn't very long. I might as well put the big screen back on, because I know the level, so I know. Occasionally when I'm commentating, I just go into a date and then I forget what I'm doing. I'm commentating so much that the level finishes before the commentary does. That's not very professional of me. But it happens often enough, but this time I don't think it will. Because it's a finish of the level. See. Fantastic. Great level. Great level arcs, that nice. Great challenge. And some creative secrets. I'll give it that. And some funny enemies to fight. And it's quite hard to get back from that secret. The rocket launcher. That's what do. And the ones of the flamethrower guy can get. So you kind of feel sorry for the mutants, really, because they're pretty much fucked. They've got you with your rocket launcher, or him with his flamethrower. So either way, they're going to get smoked, unless you choose to let them live. So, yes, that's right near the finish of the level. I, of course, took a lot of photos of the Easter Island statues. Where is Easter Island? I'm sure it's nowhere near the Antarctic. So the plot is a bit ridiculous in that regard. Yeah. Apparently, the civilization that created the statues, it did get wiped out shortly afterwards, and the statues are all that remain of civilization. And people point to that as a warning from history, as this current civilization could get wiped out in a similar fashion. Well, yeah, I suppose so. Right, that was the RX-10 mines. It took 1 hour and 30 minutes. According to that, it took 1 hour and a half. I suppose it did, because I left about 10 minutes I could have been cut, so that's quite accurate actually. And I'm delighted to report that I also got all 3 secrets, even if I haven't looked some of them up. And I'm delighted to be finishing this, and I'm delighted also to say that the next level will be the last full one, so should be fun because it's like 5 hours long. Oh my god. I'll have it edited down in no time at all. Oh fucking god, what's going on?